That's fresh.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Master and Apprentice trailer. And then in brackets it says Budokai Tenkaichi series. So, from what I understand, Sparking Zero is the actual name of this series in Japan. But here, this series has always been called the Budokai Tenkaichi games. So this is technically Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4. But they want to bring over the Sparking Zero name. But I guess to keep it familiar for the audiences here, they are now bracketing Budokai Tenkaichi series. Which, I mean, I guess it's fine. You know, it's... you see this happen more and more these days anyway. Like, Yakuza is no longer Yakuza. It's now Like a Dragon, which is interesting. I feel like there's just... These changes are kind of like normal now. You know, we live in a whole new age and a whole new era. And I feel like these things will just keep happening more and more. So, yeah, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Master and Apprentice. So, from what I see... And full disclosure, I've never played a Budokai Tenkaichi game. I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, but... I haven't ever really gotten an itch to play these games just because they always do the same thing. You just replay things from the shows, right? And I could be wrong, but I feel like that's almost every game that's ever been released. Except for when the Xenoverse games came out, I actually hopped into that because it seemed like an original story. They were doing original things. They had original characters, and I was a big fan of that. That was actually, like... a way better choice of direction for these games rather than just kind of rinsing and repeating the stories that, you know, I grew up with and, you know, just presenting them to me in a better, more fancy, more advanced way given the technology that's out at the time. So, again, this kind of falls into that, and the whole shtick of this trailer is Master and Apprentice, so you see Gohan fighting Videl. You see Master Roshi fighting, I think, Goku or Krillin. You see Piccolo and young Gohan. Like, you see what they're going for here with this trailer. It's all the characters that had masters, pretty much, right? Senseis. The Master and Apprentice, literally, is what I'm trying to say. So, does it look good? Yeah. I'm a fan of the camera placement this time. It looks more like Xenoverse. But again, we're doing the same old thing where it looks like we're just replaying battles that are from the show. So, I don't know. I kind of have this game on like just a watch right now. I'm just watching it. I'm going to see how it does. I'm going to watch reviews. I'm going to see how the game will end up being and what it'll end up being, because I don't really know for a fact if it is just a retelling of, you know, the main game. But from the one thing that I will say and why I'm kind of wanting to play this game, it seems like the roster for this goddamn thing is going to be huge. It looks like they're going to have characters from like the entire Dragon Ball spectrum from what it looks like. Like the end of this trailer, you see all the hexagons with the faces, and that's really cool. I'll also say too, something they barely ever touch on is the Future Trunks storyline with the one-armed Gohan. They really emphasize that at the end here, so that's kind of cool. The whole Android story, I'm a fan of that. But yeah, if it's just that, if it's just traditionally like we're going through the stories again, then I might wait for a price drop on this. But if it is something with original elements and maybe even really fun, like top of the line gameplay, then I might jump in. I was a big fan of Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2. That was honestly really fun. Dragon Ball FighterZ I got into for a bit, and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was really cool, and I love that game. But again, it's like it falls into what I'm saying. We just replay the show. The reason why Kakarot was interesting to me though is they went so hard into that concept where it even showed like the filler episodes when like Goku and Piccolo are trying to get their driver's license. Like there was literally a mission for that where you drove a car. Like, so I found that to be interesting where it was like, okay, we get to like actually do everything, like the filler episodes, all the BS. I just wanted to see how they would actually portray that. And I mean, that game got a lot of updates, you know, for Super, for the original Dragon Ball show. Like there was a lot of callbacks, and I was really happy with the product, and I put a lot of hours. I think I put about 100 hours into that game. So yeah, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, it looks good. It honestly looks beautiful. Love the gameplay, love the just the graphics in general look really bright and vibrant and sharp. And we'll see how that goes. Like I said, it's not a day one for me, but there's still a chance for it to be a day one for me.